In the movies, everything seems to work out okay, no matter what crazy decisions the hero makes. But in real life, things are not always like that. Every year, up to 20% of unmarried women experience an unplanned pregnancy. So soon, someone you know will be faced with this life-shaping decision.
I was a very rebellious teenager. We had a lot of fun and partied a lot, and my mom, warned me to be careful, and I found out when I was 2 months pregnant. Me and my friend went and we got ultrasounds as soon as we could. I helped her walk through not getting an abortion.
Hi, I'm Jessie. I'm here for my ultrasound.
Hi, Jessie.
I've talked to a lot of people who have had abortions, and I haven't talked to a girl yet who doesn't remember exactly how it felt leaving that room. I've heard so many stories, how cold it was, how empty they felt. I mean, there's no peace in abortion. Adoption, I didn't really know much about adoption. I didn't really have any ideas about adoption, but I moved up here to Washington, and that's where I learned about what an open adoption is.
The biggest change in adoption, I would say, within the last 20 to 30 years is the degree of openness in adoption. And open adoption just means that there is some contact between the birth family and the adoptive family. I liken it to a door that can be just cracked, left ajar a little ways, halfway open, or flung wide open. It's quite a spectrum.
I wanted to be a part of my son's life, but I didn't want to be the person that was responsible for teaching him how to become a man. I knew that took a mother and a father to raise a well-rounded child.
Justin and I had been married for about 5 years and had been trying to have a baby since we had been married for 2 years, and nothing was really happening. And since we had gotten married, we'd always discussed adopting. We just really think that adopted children and birth children are the same. They're both blessings, and we didn't care how they came to us as long as they did.
I called them myself, and I told them that I wanted them to adopt my baby.
What did they do?
They cried. We cried.
We started crying, of course, and I mean, what do you say to that? Thank you isn't even enough to say. The honor of them choosing you and thinking that you're worthy to raise their child.
Letting go and grieving and all of that is very difficult. But it's all worth it. I know today that he's safe. I know that he's asleep in his bed at night, with his mom and his dad in the next room, and I know all these things. I have so much peace about his future, and they love him as much as if it was their own. I think it takes a strong person to single parent, first of all. A very mature, stable, responsible person to single parent. But I think it takes possibly a stronger person to do adoption, because it is recognizing that the child's needs are first, and recognizing what those needs are, and recognizing that you can't fulfill them.
She said, Cootsie, everybody wins here. I win because I'm not ready to be a mom right now. And you guys win because you want a child and you're not able to have one. And Steele wins because he gets a mom and a dad.
I want my son to know, the truth, and the truth is I loved him enough to place him with them.